conditioned to stay in maiden and to stay looking young and youthful. And, you know, I was on the phone with one of my best friends, and her sisters are getting Botox and just full of fillers and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm choosing not to do that at this time in my life. And she's like, you're aging gracefully, you know, just naturally. But we see this difference happening on the planet of, you need to strive to look young. And there's no shame in doing that if that's your choice, 100%. But it's like, how do we take that back? Like, the wisdom that comes with age, the beauty that comes with age, the confidence, and just standing in ourselves without feeling like we're constantly searching for our maidenhood back. You know, like, I need this back.
I feel like the way that we are all, certainly the women that were in circle, and certainly the women that I've sat in circle with, who are, you know, there are things that we do to, you know, I still dye my hair. I want to keep dyeing my hair.
Me too.
However, there are things like, I just want to be strong. I just want to get fit and be strong and be mentally fit and strong. And that is something that I think the mothering piece, mothering ourselves, and obviously with breath work, I go to Kathy for my breath work to keep me mentally kind of in the game. So I think without things like that, without meditation and yoga and walking and being in nature, I feel like I'm also resting more, because I'm not in that corporate environment anymore where I was having to have my hair done, do my nails, do all the things. I feel like if you're in that aspect of society, there's this whole pressure to keep up with everybody. But if you step out of that society and surround yourselves with women that are not that bothered by that stuff, the beauty shines through anyway. I feel like the women that I'm surrounded by, they're not Botoxing or anything, but they are so beautiful just because they're resting, taking care of themselves, you know, getting their vitamin D, all those things. I think there's just no role model out there showing us that that's what they're doing. It's, you know, they're all, it's horrendous actually, isn't it? Like when I saw the Friends thing, when they're all Botox to bits, it's awful.
It is a huge topic, and honestly, I'm almost 40, it's one of the things that I'm really I struggle with the most, letting go of, like, the face, like as the lines are getting deeper, and I'm like, it's really hard. And I have to keep questioning myself, like, do I really want that? Why would I really, you know, why would I want to get filler? I could easily get filler. But why am I doing that? Who am I, you know, trying to look good for? And what are the constructs of my mind and thoughts and belief systems that are telling me that that's what I need to do? Because my husband certainly doesn't think I need to do that. And I don't think anybody who loves me and, you know, is a friend of mine will be like, yeah, babe, I think you need to get some filler. Like, it comes from me and you know, my, you know, what's the word? I suppose the culture, the society, the conditioning, that's the word.
Yeah. The
conditioning that surrounded me as a child and beyond that. Because I don't plug into magazines or the, you know, Daily Mail online, or, you know, the most mainstream
Disney princesses we used to watch.
Do you think?
I do think it's
princess.
all that stuff. It starts from a very young age. It really does, because we're you know, we're subjected to what it should, you know, Disney princess.
And the old hag, like the old hag.
Old hag witch.
The witch,
you know what?
Old hag.
I googled crone. Because I'm starting a crone group, because I'm in crone and in menopause, and it was all old haggy witches, and I'm like, that is not the crone. You know, so it's like we're scared of this archetype of the wise woman. It was so, I was like, oh gosh, I'm not using any of those pictures.
Fairy tales have done us a disservice for years, haven't they, really? If you think about it, it's like, you know,
be rescued. be rescued. Fear the old witch. Some
And when
prince
you
is gonna
start
come save
sprouting
you.
hairs, that's it.
Yeah. Run for the hills, totally. And it's interesting, just I think it was you, Sarah, who said about we don't see the journey of women aging gracefully. We don't really see that on social media. And I would have to 100% agree. And what's interesting for me over this past year, as I'm, I guess I'm in crone. I don't feel like I'm going to say more wild woman, but I've really taken a step back from social media and being seen just because I don't want to be anymore. It wasn't, it was like, it didn't fill me as much as it used to, like that self-expression and stuff. And so I just wonder if that's part of aging, is you want to take a step back and just be like, there's that real slowing down where I don't want to share as much of my story anymore. On the podcast I do, but it's not like out on social media. And I just wonder if that happens for women as they age, where it's like in a really gracefully way, taking a step back and slowing down. But it inspires me to be more vocal and share more of my journey, so that women are seeing other women, in this more aging space, as we're midlife, I'm just over my midlife crisis. It's a real thing.
I say that we don't have role models, and then I've got faces like, Dawn French and Jennifer Saunders, who are, Judi Dench, and there's a lot of amazing women actresses who are still.
Emma Thompson,
like completely rocking it, isn't she? And Helena Bonham Carter. I mean, but they're like a handful of women that, there's the other flip side of the Jennifer Anistons and the Courtney Coxes, and she's just come out saying she wished she'd never had fillers. And there's almost this U-turn happening at the moment, I think, where it's about being strong and fit as opposed to, looking like Barbie.
Skin. Yeah.
I had an episode on the podcast just recently released around hormonal health, balancing your hormones. And Madeline talked a lot about, what if it wasn't about being skinny or dieting? What if it was about balancing your hormones, and more about your inner strength and your mental balance and all that kind of stuff, as opposed to, I need to be skinny, I need to look a certain way, because when your hormones are balanced, that ripples out into every aspect of your life, where you're strong and your metabolism and you've got your libido and all of that kind of stuff. It's not about looking a certain way. It's about how you feel. And just coming back to getting rid of wrinkles and filling and all that kind of stuff, your inner radiance glows through 1 million times more than smooth skin. You know what I mean?
Think the other thing as well, like, just to talk into that, is I don't think I've ever changed my skincare regime since I was 20. And I'm now hitting 44, and I'm realizing actually I should probably use some moisturizer, and I probably should use, some beauty, I should start looking after my skin, because I want it around.
I just want to pause here. You both have incredible skin. Like, you both, like, you're naturally gifted. You're just very naturally skin gifted, guys. So
thank you.
But it does become more about taking care of this organ.
It's mothering yourself.
Yeah.
Again.
It's mothering yourself. Yeah. So you feel good, and you're not like, what's the word? Like, sometimes I walk up the stairs and I'm like, oh, my bones are aching, like I got to get orthopedics. But
Like,
it's taking care of yourself so that you can move and feel good and be, go for hikes, be able to express your body and fully live in your body and have a healthy body, And
I feel like this weaves, it's definitely more about this self-love piece than it is, and this longevity of relationship with you, rather than finding a quick fix. I think a successful, if we're going to be successful women,
Yeah.
you know, and not just successful as in climbing any ladders, but I mean have our legacy live on and live beautiful lives. That, I mean, that's our legacy, isn't it? To live beautiful lives and express these archetypes of the, you know, of the wild woman and the crone. I'm keep using successful. I don't, that's a bit of a shit word, but you get what I mean. Like to live those expressions of what it means to be a woman and give younger generations and give our peers good role models. It has to be about creating this long relationship, deep and loving, beautiful relationship, rather than going for those quick fixes and the Botox and the,
it's totally mothering ourselves. It's mothering. When we move into mother, the biggest shift needs to be you mother yourself first. It's the oxygen mask first. It's even though you've given birth or you're creating or you're you're supporting out the your older generations or you're nurturing your younger generations. This is the problem. We're slap bang in the middle of those two generations, and then you're in the middle trying to do everything, and it's like, hang on a minute, the most important person here is you need to mother yourself first, and then you've got energy for everybody else. And I think that's the thing, that we're always made to feel selfish and guilty and bad mums,